Hello, and welcome to Moms with Yarn. I'm Sharon, known as Bronx Knitter One on Ravelry and Bronx Knitter on Instagram. And I'm in a few other places, but believe me, I don't go there.
And I'm Tracy, TB McCarthy on Ravelry, and TB McCarthy 5 on Instagram. And those are pretty much the only places I go. So, welcome
Yeah.
everybody.
Welcome. I am so excited because the Wild Skein thread and the Tour de Fleece warm up thread are hopping.
I know.
I
Yep.
was so happy to see that. I don't always post a comment, but I do read everything that's going on in that room. And I'm looking at the fiber and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I wish I had that. And then I remember I have lots of fiber myself, so I really don't need to covet anybody
Right.
else's.
You know how tempting it is to in my Instagram feed, I see obviously the designers I follow, but also um, the independent indie dyers I follow as well, and to just say I really, really, really want that, but I mean I have so much of their stuff already that I haven't even knit that I really just feel I have to knit it first to just
Yeah,
stay away. It's
yeah,
hard. It's really
it
hard.
is hard. And the funny thing is that you follow these people and you see this stuff and you think to yourself, oh my God, I would love to sample your stuff. And then I think I really don't have time to sample it.
Right. Right.
But ugh, I just wish that I could make some socks for some people to show when they're vending,
Yeah.
because I have so many pairs of socks that they no longer fit in my drawer anymore.
Really. You're like Susan B. Anderson. You need one of those little sock,
Cubbies.
yeah, like a cubby, like I'm thinking of the ones that they sell in Target that are stackable. And you just, a couple drawers. You need that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Put it on your Amazon gift list.
okay. So, welcome
Yep.
to new and returning viewers. Thanks for stopping by to check us out. We're really happy to see you. And we're going to get on with the show. And we can start with finished objects, of which I have.
Oh, so I'm carrying the podcast again? This is
Yes,
getting
it's
really old.
all you.
I'm totally kidding. Last week I think I had nothing. Oh, I had like a pair of socks or whatever. So this week I have to be that podcaster that's like, I finished a pair of socks, but I can't show them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I really did. I swear. I finished my Yarntini socks that I was thinking were going to be my wild skein, but looking back, they were not wild at all. So, if you recall, they were pink and dark pink, light pink, and green stripes. I finished those. So once I find them, they're somewhere. They're definitely not in this room. I looked upstairs quickly. I looked downstairs quickly. I couldn't find them. So those are finished. I also finished my Jumpin' Jack socks. I actually finished these yesterday, I think.
Wow.
Can you see them?
Yep.
Now, this is a different heel to me. I don't.
The Eye of Partridge.
I think you said that last time. She didn't indicate it as Eye of Partridge, but it's basically um, slip knit on the first row, and then purl back, and then slip knit, slip knit, slip knit.
Eye of
So if
Partridge.
that is okay, it's really cute. I really like it. So
Makes little diamonds. It's very
yeah,
cute.
yeah, it is really cute. And like for me, I like to make changes slowly. So that was my change. So I
So,
finished
so
that.
you have two of those socks?
I do. Yep.
Just checking.
Yes, I do. I do. I have two. Two.
Okay.
So those would be going in the gift bin. And then I also finished my. This
Oh,
is my
your
color
color
affection.
affection.
Yep. I love it. So I blocked it. It's ready to go.
Very nice.
So the thing that I changed is I did this gray section this gray section as she indicated. And then the first color sequence, I did one extra color sequence. And then in this, I did, I think, one or two extra. The notes will be in my Ravelry page. And then this last bit, which is just the border, I did as described. And I ended up having very, very little of my yarn left, which I was really happy about. My first one, I had quite a bit of the dark blue and the light blue. I could probably make a pair of striped socks with the amount of yarn that I have left over. I just need to weave in my ends. So I was really happy that I was able to get this done, because the other one is fine, but it's, it would have been nicer with a little bit more depth. So that's what I ended up getting out with this one. So I was really happy with it.
Yay!
And I think and it's for me. So I think I'm going to get a lot of wearing out of it.
Good. And those seem to be like your colors.
Yeah, I really like blues and grays, dark blues, light blues.
I think you like an occasional pop of color.
I do. I don't really love like the pinks.
Right.
I don't know. It's just something about.
I don't know.
Yeah, like
I think I see you with something a little bit more jewelry tones.
Yes.
Or,
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's done. My James has not had any work on it. I probably could have finished the body and started the arms, but I hadn't. So those are all of my finished objects. What about you? You have 0.
James is not finished. That was a whip.
I know. So James is. It would have been a finished object. Honestly, there's no reason why I couldn't have finished it, but it's not. So what about for whips? What do you got?
Well, I have my wild skein. That's the wild skein is for the Tour de Fleece.
Yes.
So I picked up that pattern. This is in my Stitched by Jessalou bag.
I love that bag.
Little Christmas bag.
That is really cute.
Yes.
How is the top closed? It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's like a bucket bag? Oh, I love it. Genius. I need one of those. I don't need one of those. I need one of those, but I don't need one of those.
So these are the Flower Power socks.
I have to tell you, you must get a lot of compliments on how, first of all, how beautiful the socks are, but second of all, how you really took a crazy skein and made it not crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I loved the skein, and I loved everything about it, but it was like, when you pick up a skein and you know there's nothing you can think of that you can make with this.
Except
but I still
socks.
love the colors, but there's nothing I can make with it.
Yeah, I mean, you could always make just plain vanilla socks and just have them be crazy.
Can't do it.
I love that.
There is no real cover page for this pattern.
Yep.
Because she did this for, I don't know if you can see this.
Right there is perfect.
Okay, she did this for the Sock Knitters Anonymous group.
Okay.
So it's called Flower Power Socks by Susan Chotty, Chotty, also known as Hexenkind. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza, What a Skein, in this color, which she gave it a name, but I don't know. The tag is gone. Orange is what I'm calling it. And this is the Wild Skein. It is Hedgehog Fibers sock yarn in the Peacock colorway, inspired by Stephen B. and Stephen West. And I'm knitting them on Sock Rockets size 1. And this is what people were seeing. If you follow me on Instagram, this is the sock.
So I have to tell you that the Wild Skein could have been, like I said, a plain vanilla sock. It could have been a hitchhiker. It could have been any one of those things. But what you have it there, I don't know. I'm just blown away by how you took something so crazy and made it beautiful. Like, I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful.
This is the back of the sock.
Oh, that's the back side?
Yep.
That's nice.
And it's how
See,
you
even
carry your
that's
yarns
nice.
across. Yeah. And it did tone down the crazy skein,
Yeah, it
but
did.
it didn't make it disappear.
Right.
I thought these were going to look like green and red socks or green and orange socks or Halloween socks, but no, they came out pretty nice.
I'm glad you ripped out the black.
Yeah, the black made the crazy skein totally disappear.
Yeah.
It was just not worth it. Wasn't going to be worth the effort
Right.
because there's sections in here that are not black, but they look black, so it was drowning out the color. So I had to switch from the black. So for all of you people participating in the Tour de Fleece who are making something, you have to finish it by the 26th. So get hustling. Get hustling. So, these don't count, but this
Oh my
is
gosh, more washcloths? Please don't
no.
tell me more washcloths.
No. This is online. I had to buy an emergency skein of yarn when I was in Maryland,
Okay.
where I met Heather from the Knits and Things podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having an emergency. I was stuck in my patterns. I had brought 2 sock patterns with me, and I was stuck. And so we went to Fiber Space in
Oh, right, right.
Alexandria.
Yeah, Alexandria, Virginia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I picked this up. And this is a plain vanilla sock.
Oh my gosh, I love
This
that.
is a wild skein, but
It is.
it's just not wild enough. It has irregular stripes, so the second sock is going to be a fraternal twin and not an exact twin,
I
which
won't
is
judge.
fine because these socks are going to my son. Not only do I not particularly care for the sail yarn or the feel of it, but I don't need another pair of socks.
Right. And
Okay.
we're not judging. We don't judge. This
I'm
is a
glad.
non-judgy podcast.
Yes, because Judgy McJudgy Pants makes me sad.
Exactly. It makes me angry, actually. Like, who are you, Judgy, to tell me that
Judgy
my socks
McJudgy
need
Pants.
to match?
Yeah.
Not you. Because I
Nope.
don't care.
I would never just intentionally go and make my socks not match. But I'm also not going to put any extra effort into it to make sure they're an
Right,
exact match. There's
Right.
just, life is too short.
Right, exactly.
So from the Knit Outside the Socks book, you'll remember that
Mhm.
I am working on
Yes.
these pattern play. I can't see what you see,
Yes.
so I don't know if you
Just
see
the
these.
other, yep.
Just know that, so I finished the one sock,
Beauteous.
done,
Love it.
done, and done.
Who is that for?
I was going to give them away, but I think I'm going to keep them. Too much time, energy, and effort.
You could
So-
always leave them on top of your dresser. Since your drawer is now overflowing.
Yes, I think so.
And even though I don't knit socks for myself, that doesn't mean I might not enjoy a pair of knitted socks.
I think that you would appreciate a different pair of socks. So this is...
Judgy? Are you being judgy?
I'm not being judgy. I might be kind of being a yarn snob. But this is Collage Happiness in Sterling colorway.
Yep.
And this is Cascade Socks in white. And this is what I had to pull out
Oh.
because I got to the heel and realized I'd
Oh.
made a mistake in the front of the sock. And I was,
I saw it. I know.
a whole heel, really? I had
I
turned
know.
the heel and everything.
I know.
So I'm back down to this. I gotta start the heel as soon as I finish figuring out where I am. This
How many-
yarn
how
is
many
so
stitches?
soft.
Yeah, it looks soft. How many stitches do you usually do?
I think this sock pattern only has 72 stitches.
Okay.
I don't think there's any other sizes.
Got it.
So
Because I feel like that would be way too big for me. It
I
looks
feel
wide.
like it does feel large. I expected it to pull in more, but I tried the other sock on and it's actually fine,
So you have exceptionally large ankles, is what you're saying.
like tree stumps.
Yeah. Welcome to my
Yes.
forest.
My live oaks.
Yep. Okay.
So I don't know if I said, but I'm doing that on Addy Sock Rockets size 1.5
Mm,
in my Silver Shed USA bag.
I like that one too.
Then are you kidding? Okay. So I guess I'm done
You're
because
that
the other
You're that
the other
podcaster.
yes, I'm that podcaster. I have socks called and I feel sad for my own self because I didn't post these socks on Instagram where I normally post everything. But I am in the middle of making.
Oh yeah. You were working on those the other week.
And so I'm up to this part
On the sure you are. Prove it.
on the first sock.
Prove
Don't
it.
make me go upstairs. I would hate to be gaspy and wheezy.
Right.
Yes. So, and my last work in progress, my bag just dumped over. Yay, because I love my life. My craft room is not a mess at all. Oh, there goes a sock. All of these things are escaping. So, from Vines on Etsy, she's raising her children. She's no longer dying.
What a
This
pain.
Yeah, this is the fiber I got to spin for the Tour de
Mhm.
Fleece. Shetland fiber. So many colors in here.
Is it
So many.
nice to spin, Shetland?
I am having so much fun. The prep is beautiful. The colors are beautiful. The spinning is a joy. This is what's left of the second 2 ounces. This is the first 2 ounces all spun up.
Nice. How much do you think you got there?
You can't really tell. I can tell you that it's 2 ounces. I can tell you that the second one was 2 ounces. But after you spin it, ply it, wash it, dry it,
Then you'll know.
then it'll either bloom or it'll stretch or it'll poof
Yeah.
or whatever. And then that's when you count your yardage.
And how
I
much?
could count my yardage before I wash it
Mhm.
to see how much shrinkage
Yeah.
I got.
Hmm.
But it doesn't make there's no point.
And then, how much of her stuff do you have left in your stash? Is that the last bit of
That
her
is
stuff?
the very last
Okay.
that's my souvenir.
Yeah.
So, if because you don't know what you're gonna get.
Right.
When you spin yarn, you're just spinning, and no matter how thin it is or how beautiful it looks to you, when you ply it, it changes the whole nature.
Right.
When you're spinning it, you already muddied up the colors because
Right.
you stretch.
Right.
So when you ply it, you don't know if you're going to get barber poling or if you're going to find spots where colors meet. So,
Right.
and then when you wash it, you don't know when it
It's gonna
shrinks
puff,
or
yeah.
grows or whatever, what color. It's going to be a true representation of all the colors that are in there, but it's not going to be, when you buy yarn and it's speckled and the speckles show up,
Yes.
it'll be speckled, but it
Yeah.
won't be speckled like that. It'll be
Right.
longer stretches of speckles.
Nice.
So, and the only thing I really have to say about that is that for the people who are participating in the tour warm up chatter thread for the Tour de Fleece,
Mm-hmm.
you have to, your yarn needs to be finished on the 26th. Pictures can get posted on the 27th. The thread will be locked. I don't have a calendar. Let me see. I'm going to tell you.
I have
Well,
it.
anyway, as we get closer,
July?
July 26th is the day when,
It's a Sunday.
okay,
The
the
27th.
last day of the race is the 26th.
Okay.
On the 27th, I can't lock the thread because you have to post your finished pictures. So what I'm going to
No, but
actually
your
do,
finished
the
pictures are
races,
in a separate thread.
yes. So the chatter thread doesn't really need to be locked though.
Correct.
So the FO thread is going to be locked on July 31st, which is Friday.
And that's going to be the same as the knitting thread. Because even though the tour is over and you're spinning through the tour, we also are doing the wild skein. So
The
that
wild
needs to be
skein.
posted.
The wild skein thread is also going to be locked on the 31st.
Correct.
The tour is over on the 26th.
Yeah.
I would like you to have your pictures posted the next day.
Yep.
But I realize that the spinners need more time.
Yep.
Because your fiber has to dry.
Yep.
So I'm going to give everybody the same amount of time. The thread is going to be locked on the 31st.
Sounds good.
So your yarn and your knitting project need to be finished. Although I see these people whipping right through this stuff.
I know. Did you see Jerry?
Unbelievable.
I was like, oh my gosh, really? I will never be a spinner because I will never be as good as what everybody's posting, really.
You think we all started that way?
Well, it would take me a long time. And I'm so
you think
impatient.
it didn't take I chased my wheel around my house because I didn't know that just putting a little towel under it would keep it from flying across the room. But every time the wheel went forward, I pulled my chair up. The wheel went forward, and finally I backed the chair up against the wall, or the wheel up against the wall, and I was like, oh, this is easy. Meanwhile, the whole time I'm spinning baling wire. You know, wire that you use to hold your engine in your car. Yeah, it was disgusting. I was having so much fun. I thought I was accomplishing all the things. I read all the books, and yeah, I was a winner. But
Not really.
The yarn was a loser.
You were a winner of being a loser.
Exactly. I was at the top of my class. But also, if you're a new spinner, if you're thinking about getting a drop spindle, which I would recommend, because that's how you learn about drafting.
Yeah.
Get yourself a spindle. Do not get yourself one of those spindle kits that comes with undescribed yarn.
Yeah.
It just says wool.
Yeah.
No, you go to the store, go to some shop, get yourself some fiber that feels soft in your hand. It could be just about anything, although I would avoid cotton and I would avoid silk. And I would avoid
bamboo, maybe?
silk. Yeah, anything that would be slippery.
Yeah.
Because your spindle's going to drop to the floor and you're going to, But get yourself some BFL. Get yourself some, Cormo or Cotswold or something that feels Falkland, something that feels soft to you. I like Rambouillet. But go to the store, pick up something that feels nice to you, and then tear off bits and pieces and practice spinning. I told my son when I was learning to spin, don't get too close because I don't want you to lose an eye. Because that spindle would go rocketing across the room.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then I just had to calm myself down and realize that, you're not going to spin 4 ounces in a day.
No.
You would have to sit in that chair for about 18 hours spinning.
And then you'd get a backache and an arm
backache. You'd get what's called shin splints.
Yes.
A sore butt, and you might lose your taste for spinning altogether. Because when you get tired, you don't know you're tired, but your yarn knows you're tired because you're looking at it and you're saying, oh my God, what did I do?
Yeah.
Spin 20 minutes, get up, wash the dish, go eat some jelly beans, keep it moving, go back, then you're a little bit fresh, make yourself a cup of cocoa and enjoy your day a little bit, look at the front grass and wonder how you can get somebody else to cut it. So you need some time pondering. But if you wanted to learn how to spin, I got a couple of spindles. I got a whole bunch of fiber. I'm just saying.
I had Carrie, Irish Girly Knits, over my house the other day, and she saw my yarn stash and she was like, yeah, you have way more than I do. And I was so embarrassed because, I mean, she's a designer. Like, she must have tons of yarn. And I think she meant the plucky stash that I have, which I personally don't think it's that much. I mean, I'm not hiding it from everybody. It's on my Ravelry page. But yeah, so she was looking at my stash. I don't have any room for fiber.
Is your entire stash on Ravelry?
Yes.
It is?
Oh, yeah.
How many skeins are in there?
Oh, I don't know.
Hundreds?
I didn't count. I mean, there has to be hundreds.
Because I think Ravelry counts for you.
Okay, so the first person that goes and figures it out, post it.
Okay.
I have no idea.
So,
it has
because
to be hundreds.
I won't put my stash on there because I know I'm not going to remember to say all used up or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, and I do want to make a public service announcement. I sent a package to Dawn at Wolf Farms.
Oh, you did? Okay.
About almost 2 weeks ago.
She must not have gotten it.
But I want to tell you, Dawn, I sent it to the post office box that was on the invoice.
Oh, so maybe she just didn't go.
Yeah. So, Dawn, go check your post office box.
I didn't get anything.
Girl, I got something for you.
Yeah.
Yes, something you're going to need.
Money? I could use that. I don't know.
No. I'm going to, maybe I'll sell my socks in the Subway and then I'll send you some proceeds. How about a 50-50 split?
That works.
Okay.
Sell the pair and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right, so you done with your whips?
I'm done with everything I have, apparently.
Okay. So I'm still working on my James. I still have my try it on tubing. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, so I just have to do it. I haven't done it. And then I started if you can believe it, the only rainbow colored yarn that I have is the recent Patent Croix rainbow stripe sock that I purchased. Which to me doesn't even look like a rainbow. Honestly, this is like the saddest rainbow I've ever seen. It's like a rainbow trying to bust out of like a forest or something.
It's Eeyore's rainbow.
Oh, it's disgusting. It's like awful. But I mean, it's fine. It's a boy sock. It looks like it could be a boy sock. It's not the right boy sock size. But I finished one. I didn't even start the second one yet. So doing that. And then my wild skein.
This is what I've been waiting to see because I only saw a little piece of it on Instagram.
Oh, that's funny. I'm not hiding it.
I know.
Yeah, I had a very rough week, so I needed a day watching the kids in the pool. So we went to my sister's for the day. So this is my wild skein.
It is wild.
It is fantabulous.
It is my wild skein-alicious.
Yeah, I'm doing the Eye of Partridge heel on this.
Oh, you like that, eh?
I do. I want to try it for a little while. I really want to.
Is that a patterned sock?
It's loosely based on the Vanilla Latte. Very loosely. Yeah, Jerry, Pattern Whisperer, picked this skein out of my stash. I put it out for everybody. She was the only one who responded and said, "How about this skein?" And I was like, "Yeah, that is pretty wild." And it is.
Whose yarn is it?
It's Gnome Acres.
Okay.
And it's a colorway called There's No Place Like Gnome.
Okay. Very nice.
It is like, I think, were you the one who said it looks like a box of crayons?
Yes, it was me.
Totally
does it smell like crayons?
It does not smell like crayons. It is wonderful to work with. It's, her base is, I think, 75 merino, 25 nylon, but I have to tell you, it feels like it has cashmere in it.
Really?
Like, I would never guess that it's so soft. I really am enjoying it. I recently knit something of hers, and I have like probably 4 other skeins in stash, maybe 3 other fingering weight skeins in stash. Mm-hmm. And I've been holding on to them, and I'm like, it's silly. I should just knit them. So I'm really happy I'm knitting them.
Good. I don't have any Gnome Acres. I don't think I've ever used it before. But there's so many other
Yes.
skeins that I've never used before.
Yep.
So when I bought yarn out of your stash,
Uh-huh.
all I kept thinking of was, I just am going to try it. And then I'm looking at it, they're like 500 yards each. I'm not making socks with those
Oh, why? You mean the Nama
because
Nama?
I think the Nama Nama has 500
Yeah,
yards,
it does.
and the one from Lisa at 90% knitting,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the
that has
berries.
500 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, crushed berries.
Hmm.
I am not making socks with those. I do not use 500
No, I
yards to make
know. Yeah.
socks,
Yeah.
and I am not. So, I think um, Lisa's yarn
Yes.
is going to become my very own crushed berries multnomah.
I knew it. That's great. I'm sorry. There's something wrong with my eyes. I've been like touching my eyes. I'm excited about that. That is going to be wonderful. I can't wait for you to start that.
I am making it for me.
Yep.
I made the multnomah like 4 times, and I gave every single one of them away.
Yeah, you deserve
And I love that shawl. But if I didn't want to make the I'm sorry, if I didn't want to make the multnomah, there's it's called the oak.
Who was it
I
by?
I don't know. I made it and I donated it to
Okay.
the Knit One Heart Two
Yes.
podcast when
Yeah.
they were going for webs.
Yep.
Oaklet, I think it's called.
Yeah. Okay.
That shows off the colors, but I prefer to make the oaklet with hand spun because
Okay.
hand dyed hand spun has a tendency to stripe,
Mm-hmm.
and so the stripes show up better
Nice.
in I think it's a stockinette
Yeah.
front.
Yeah.
So yeah, the oaklet I would make with hand spun, and the multnomah I would make with the crushed berries. It's 500 yards.
I know it is, and it was a great skein. I have a ton of her stuff, and I haven't even knit any of that. I have Desert Vista Dye Works. I have 90% knitting. The Fiber Nymph. I mean, I have a ton.
Yeah, well, let me make my multnomah,
Yeah.
and then I'll go shopping in your stash again, and
Well,
that
you'll
means
get a
that means everybody else just stand back because I don't want anybody to get an elbow to the eye.
you'll get a good price, Sharon. You'll get a good price.
Oh, I don't have anything that anybody wants. Oh, I do, but I don't.
You need to put your stash on Ravelry so that I can.
Never gonna
Shop.
happen. It's gonna take too long.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna have to deal with the stuff that's already up there by accident.
See, so what I did, just so that everybody knows, what I did was I first had my husband build me shelves in one of these closets. Like this closet right here is exactly like the closet in my craft room. And he just put these wire shelves. So he measured it out, and we measured the bins that I wanted to get, which are very small, but manageable. So he built the shelves, then we bought the bins, and then I started going through my stash, putting them in the bins. So I have, like, for example, Another Crafty Girl, Gnome Acres, and 90% knitting, or I keep saying
Fiber
90%
Nymph.
Fiber Nymph, all in one bin, and I have it labeled as that so that I know that's the bin that it's in. And then I have my Plucky Knitter. I recently went through my Plucky Knitter because I have probably 5 bins of Plucky Knitter, and it was all like mixed in. So what I recently did was I took it all out and then separated it by fingering, Aran, worsted, what have you, so that it's a little bit more organized. But as I was doing that, I was just taking pictures on my phone, and then I was uploading that to Ravelry from my phone. So it was like literally like this. I was done, it was over a lot of days, but
Okay.
I
So
would
you
suggest
cannot rely. I can't even put my projects on my project.
I know,
page.
yeah, see, that's bad. You need to do that.
I know. I'm gonna go. Well, I'm waiting for a Saturday to come when I don't have to cut grass or it's not raining,
Yeah.
and then I'll just take all of my socks and put them on. I'll strike the same pose for all of them, like this, and then I'll upload them to Ravelry.
Okay, I'll hold you
Because
to
I
that.
have fingerless mitts. I have like
I
4
know.
pairs of socks that I finished. I have
See, and I
A couple of
recently,
shawls.
yeah, see, I recently tagged all my projects to have the tab up at the top, like my 2015 projects, my 2014, because I wanted to see which ones didn't have pictures and then which ones did. And I also wanted to be able to track like how many socks I've done this year, how many shawls I did this year. And so it definitely helped me do that. Um,
Do you find that by putting all your stuff on Ravelry, that it makes you want to either branch out, try something new or different, or does it inspire you to make the same thing again? Or do you find that your stash caters to one thing? Have you
I think
learned
that,
anything about yourself?
yeah, I mean, I think that I definitely am the type of person that when I find something I like to make multiples of it. So, and especially if it fits the recipient and it fits me and my lifestyle, I would not hesitate to make multiples and just have the multiples in my possession so that, like, if today I'm wearing black pants, then this would go. But if I'm wearing, green pants or a green top, then I have my other one that would go better. I think that I think about how I acquired my stash, and I probably would have, bowed better if I would have picked a project and then picked the yarn. Because now I find myself really liking certain patterns. And even though I have stuff in my stash, I feel like my stash doesn't meld. Like, for example, I have, a bunch of blues, but they don't go together. Like, one is more teal and one is more royal, and it doesn't match. So even though they're blue, I can't do a gradient that I wanted to do. Or, like, I may have a red and a blue, but then I want a green, but I don't have that green because I never acquired it. So I feel like I'm still always having to bring stuff into my stash, and I really just don't want to do that. So for me, the quick projects like the socks, the shawls, the one skein shawls are things that work well with my stash because I certainly have enough fingering sock yarn to do it. One skein, done. So, but I'm definitely being much more selective in what I purchase and having a specific project in mind when I purchase. Do you hear that?
What is it?
I'm over my garage. So my husband is coming in the door with my son. They just got home from golf. So
Oh, okay.
it'll go down in a few minutes.
Yeah.
It's
It's better than the planes going over my house, where it
Sorry
shuts
about
everything down.
Sorry about
Yeah.
that, everybody. No, I wasn't passing gas. Although
So
I probably have on the podcast before.
I have not learned anything about myself from my stash other than the fact that
You have too much of it.
I cater to my socks
Mm-hmm.
because I have a choice between socks and shawls.
Yeah.
I haven't made very many shawls. I would love to make a couple of stoles.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that was in my Ravelry pattern, your highlights on your highlights page. I put it in the basket and then I went hunting in my stash. But the problem with hunting in my stash when it's not organized like mine is not, because my whole goal is to make it all moth proof.
Yeah, but see, the thing is like, that's where putting it on Ravelry would make it so much easier because when you go through a pattern, it says ideas, like 4 ideas. So it will tell you what is good suggestions for that pattern. And you're like, yeah, I don't care. It's
Yeah,
too much
whatever.
work.
Yeah.
You're like, whatever, too much work. No, but
Whatever,
seriously, it
whatever.
does. It
I get
totally-
that.
But in
I
my
get-
case, what ends up happening is it says, these are your ideas. And it says, this yarn that I have like 1 skein of. And it calls for like 5. So I'm like, how is that an idea for me? That's not really an idea. That's an idea that like, right out the window. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for reminding me that my stash sucks, even though I have a million pieces of it.
Yeah.
That it's
I
still not enough.
I cater to my socks because I can use the sock yarn to make cowls
Yeah.
or socks.
Yeah.
Or small shawls.
Yep.
I don't need my sock yarn to make those things because I have fiber that I can spin and make
Yeah,
those
see, yeah.
things. Not particularly socks, but
Right.
shawls, cowls, hats.
Right.
Really, honestly, fingerless mitts.
Yep.
Really, truly, you should see all the stuff I had to spin just to be able to spin for the tour.
Yeah.
I'm like, really, honestly, Sock Pixie, who is Carolyn Hegwar, she's a
Yeah.
designer. She used to sell fiber,
I remember.
and I have one remnant of
Mm.
what's left of her yarn that I bought from her that I love, 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 love. And it's not enough to do fingerless mitts with. It's not enough to do anything with. I'm gonna figure out something. So
Oh, I mean,
I'll let
definitely.
that.
You've figured out something with your socks. It's
I
crazy.
always
Crazy.
figure
See.
something
You'll
out.
figure it out.
Yeah, I think I'm more interested in knitting, two color contrast knitting.
Yeah.
And I've recently started purchasing solid skeins of yarn.
Yeah.
I find them boring and sometimes terrible, but when you want to do color work,
Yep.
it pays to have one or two solid skeins. You
Yep.
definitely need a white, you definitely need a black, and you optional is a gray and a blue, any
Yep.
dark blue, medium blue, whatever,
Yep.
and some beige, neutral, taupe, tan color. One skein of each will get you through a couple of pairs of
Yeah.
socks, so it's not a waste.
Right. Agreed.
So that's it.
Nice.
Except for one thing, we have something new.
We do. Thanks to Sharon.
Oh my gosh. She left the techno idiot in charge of technology. Go
No,
figure.
I didn't. You made it sound like you were like, I could totally do this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then after 15 texts back and forths, she totally lied. But I gave her an E for effort.
Yes. So we'll be putting up a blog page. momswithyarn.wordpress.com.
.com. Mm-hmm.
It's not ready for prime time yet. I put a post up so that Tracy can fix everything I did wrong. She needs to put some pictures and some graphics and make it all pretty and everything, and then it will go live.
It will.
And
It is
Tracy-
live. Like, you could go and look at it now, right?
I don't think you can.
Why
Can
can't you? I did.
Oh, and don't let those the nosy rosies. I don't want you looking until
You could totally look.
until
Sharon
Tracy
did a
makes
great.
it pretty.
No, Sharon did a great blog post.
Anyhow, Tracy and I will both be posting there occasionally. Show notes, not particularly, not always. Sometimes Tracy wants to post pictures of what's going on with her family life, or her, or sometimes you're at the beach and you're taking a picture of toenail polish. I'm not gonna fight you.
That's right. Because we're a non-judgy podcast.
Non-judgy, no
Right.
McJudgy
No
pants.
judgy pants. No.
So we'll both be able to do that, and when it goes live, we'll both have the link on our Ravelry page.
Yes.
Show notes will be there. Tracy can showcase her own knitted goods and upload her pictures and make a gallery and get all fancy.
Watch out.
Yeah, watch out, stand back. And I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with the Bronx Knitter blogspot blog. I don't think I can
When
do
was
this.
the last time you...
2014.
1963. You were one.
So, yeah, I may, that may turn into a spinning blog only. We'll see.
I'll still subscribe.
We'll see. I just don't think I have that much creative juice. Oh, I'm going to say this. If anybody who's listened to the podcast, because now we're just rambling.
All
this
five
is-
of you.
this is- yeah. The person that I'm filling in for is coming back in September.
Oh my gosh. If I
All of
hear
a
one more
sudden-
thing about this crazy person who's coming back in September.
Okay, so I'm off that. I went and spoke to my hiring manager today, and he says, well, I don't really know why you're getting so excited because you're not leaving the floor.
Wait, what? What? What does he mean? What does that mean? Are you cleaning the microwaves? Please tell me you're cleaning the microwaves. Or are you
wanted
watering
to
the
say, I'm
plants?
sorry, I can't stay on this floor because I promised to wash dishes in the cafeteria.
Because if I stay on this floor, I may bring a cannon the next time I come in and
And
start shooting it off.
that is the latest update.
Oh my gosh, what do they mean?
You're acting like I wasn't in shock when he said it.
Oh my god, like, did you say, like, what?
I couldn't speak.
Like, he didn't even elaborate and say, like, oh, it's because you're going to be working with that guy, too. He needs 2 assistants.
Am I going to be her backup?
Yes.
Am I going to be her secretary?
You're going to be working the hours that she doesn't. Like the 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift? Yeah, no.
Okay, so that's it. I hope you'll stay tuned, and I hope everybody good luck with the Tour de Fleece. I'm very happy to see that the rooms are hopping and everybody's really excited about doing this.
Me too.
I mean, I'm trying to think of what the next big thing is going to be that's going to make this room so jumpy. I'm all excited.
Yeah, and I think that you guys should continue to provide, like, feedback and let us know what we're doing well and what we're not doing well. I mean, we really appreciate it. I mean, we got some great feedback the last time, and you know, we're trying to make some changes. So hopefully this time, you know, it's even better. And like I said, we really appreciate everybody who is posting on the threads. And you know, if you're just lurking, just post. Take all the 3 seconds. Post.
You can lurk by following us on Instagram also.
Yes, you can. But
because you don't even have to
post.
comment.
I would love for you to post. Yeah.
Very lovely to have you join our forum,
Yes.
our group, and to subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes. All right, guys.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
We'll be back in about 2 weeks.
Yep. See you then.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.